So that's typically where I'm doing the majority of my research. Parker, one reason we use is it's relatively affordable. It's I want to say it's 300 and something dollars a year for the subscription to it. So to be able to, whenever one of these questions pops up and I'm not sure what the answer is, to be able to just go in there, search, know that I'm only searching through actual tax law that tax experts have written up, and I can see their what they've written about the tax law, and all of that is hyperlinked to the actual primary sources. So I can, if in that essay, they cite a certain code section, it's hyperlinked. I click it, it takes me right to that code section. I can read the actual text of the code. It's not just somebody online telling me what they think should happen. They're actually pointing me to the law so I can decide for myself whether I agree with their interpretation or not. Along with all the other sources of authority too. That's the other thing about searching online. You can find something in the code, right? You can maybe find something in the regulations that you got to search a little bit more specifically to get to the regulations. Um, but you're probably not going to find court cases covered as well because a lot of those are in paid databases. There's no good free online database of court opinions. Unfortunately, tax court or otherwise. Tax court, you can go to the tax court's website, you can search their database, but it's relatively limited. They've only got the last few decades that you can search through their website, and you've got to know specifically what case you're searching for. It's not a keyword search. So you can't just go to the US Tax Court's website and search for every organization. You've got to know a particular case that deals with that topic and go to that case. And other than the citations given in the opinion itself, it's not going to link you to any other related cases or anything like that. So it's good if you're just looking for one particular case, you know which case it is, you want to read the opinion for that case. If you want to know all of the court precedent on a particular topic, you're going to have to use one of these paid research services. So we use Parker. Another one I've used is TaxNotes. TaxNotes is pretty good. Um, TaxNotes does Parker will send you an email every other week, every 2 weeks with their updates. So here's what's new in the world of federal tax. And they really only do the other Parker only does federal tax. Uh, Tax Notes will do state as well, and they'll also send you daily updates as far as what's new in tax. For the most part, to me, that's always been overkill. Tax law typically doesn't, there typically aren't daily changes to federal tax law that matter to my clients. Usually every week or every 2 weeks is plenty to keep me updated enough to keep them updated. Plus, there are other sources I go for tax updates. If you've been coming to these calls, you've heard me. You might have heard Andrea also talk about Tom Gorzynski. He's got a Tom Talks Taxes is his newsletter. He sends out updates periodically. He'll send out a few a month, usually just on a particular topic. Ed Zollars is a CPA in Arizona, and for years now, he has been publishing updates to his blog, Current Federal Tax Developments. Uh, he will mostly he's summarizing tax court opinions, newly published tax court opinions, and then if there are any updates in IRS guidance, he'll publish summaries of that. And he also does a weekly podcast every Sunday, pretty much every Sunday. He posts podcasts. It's usually about 60 to 90 minutes where he goes over federal tax updates from the past week, which is he does a really good job putting all that together. So yeah, it's a lot of different things. There's a lot of different options. Some of it's free, some of it's paid. I think just getting started, if you don't have anything and you really want to feel more confident about the way you are advising your clients, taking positions on returns, recommending things to clients, not just relying on this is the way I've been told it's done, but I want to know that this is what tax law actually says, at least for federal tax. I think going with Parker is a good introduction to that because, like I said, it's compared to what you get, I think it's relatively the most affordable one of those options.
Thanks so much for joining us. We really hope this session was helpful for you. If you enjoyed this and want more support on your tax professional journey, consider joining one of our Pronto Tax School memberships. As a member, you get to join weekly live mentor sessions just like this, access tons of advanced tax courses, be part of our private member groups, which is great for networking, grab special discounts for our live events, and even get tax business growth coaching. There's a lot packed in. Check out the links in the description to see the details for our Dream Team and Forever Edition memberships. We'd love to have you join our community.